Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a newly crowned queen who was tired of the silly games that women had to play to keep the heroes of the kingdom satisfied. She especially dreaded the annual hike to the dragon's lair, where she had to yell for help all day long until a hero showed up to save her. The queen had enough of this farce and decided to take matters into her own hands. She called for a royal council and proposed the Princess Act, declaring that women were no longer required to carry out damsel-in-distress scenarios to boost the egos of heroes. The council was shocked to hear that women had been pretending this entire time. The queen explained that women had been playing along with the heroes' egos, but they were tired of it, and it was time for a change. The council agreed, and the Princess Act was passed, which stated that women could no longer be forced to play the damsel-in-distress role. This caused an uproar in the kingdom, with heroes and make-believe villains alike wondering what they would do now. Some heroes tried to find new ways to prove themselves, such as saving cats from trees or helping old ladies cross the street. But it just wasn't the same as slaying dragons and rescuing princesses. As the years went by, the kingdom prospered under the rule of the queen. The Princess Act brought about a new era of progress and equality, and the people were grateful to their queen for bringing about such positive change. But as the kingdom continued to thrive, a new threat emerged. A powerful dragon had been spotted in the neighbouring kingdom, and it was wreaking havoc wherever it went. The queen knew that she had to act fast to protect her people. She summoned her advisors and asked for their counsel on what to do about the dragon. They suggested that the queen calls upon the kingdom's heroes to help her slay the beast, but the queen was hesitant. She didn't want to resort to the old ways of relying on heroes to save the day. The queen decided to take matters into her own hands and went on a journey to the neighbouring kingdom to meet with the dragon herself. She spent weeks learning about the dragon's habits and behaviours and finally came up with a plan to defeat the beast. The queen returned to her kingdom and gathered her people to inform them of her plan. But to everyone's surprise, the queen announced that she would be facing the dragon alone, without the help of any heroes. The people were shocked, but the queen was determined. She mounted her horse and rode out to face the dragon, armed with nothing but her wit and her bravery. As the queen rode towards the dragon's lair, she could feel her heart pounding in her chest, and her palms became sweaty. She had been preparing for this moment for weeks, ever since she learned of the dragon's existence in the neighbouring kingdom. As she reached the dragon's lair, she saw the creature's huge, scaly form rising up in front of her. The queen stood her ground, her hand on the hilt of her sword, ready to fight. But to her surprise, the dragon didn't attack her. Instead, it spoke to her in a voice that was surprisingly gentle and kind. "I mean you no harm," the dragon said. "I have been living peacefully in this cave for years. I am not a danger to anyone." The queen was shocked. She had never heard of a dragon that could speak before, and certainly not one that was so friendly. She lowered her sword, unsure of what to do next. The dragon seemed to sense her hesitation and continued, "I understand that my appearance can be intimidating, but I assure you, I am not the monster that the neighbouring kingdom has made me out to be. They have been terrorizing me for years, and I have had enough. I only want to live in peace." The queen was surprised and saddened by the dragon's story. She realized there had been a misunderstanding between the two kingdoms, and the dragon had been unjustly accused. She knew that she had to do something to make things right. She returned to her kingdom and gathered her people to inform them of what she had discovered. The people were shocked to hear that the dragon was not the fearsome beast they had imagined, but a misunderstood creature that had been wrongly accused. The queen and her people worked together to reach out to the neighbouring kingdom, and after much negotiation, they were able to broker a peace treaty that would allow the dragon to live in peace in its cave, without any further harassment. The queen's decision to approach the dragon alone saved her people from a potential threat and brought about a new understanding and respect for creatures that were once feared and misunderstood. The people of the kingdom praised their queen for her bravery and wisdom, and she was hailed as a hero in her own right. And so, the kingdom continued to thrive, under the wise and just rule of a queen who had shown that sometimes, the unexpected twist could be the best way forward.